So this is one of those longer videos, guys. It's a video that you might want to take a couple of sessions to watch it because it is a long one. Again, has to be to try and learn from it. And this is an interesting horse because it's a cold-blooded type horse, a big, heavy horse. It's from Sweden, Swedish Ardennes, only a youngster, 2 or 3 years of age. Recently bought. There's a possibility that this horse could have been bred for meat, which they don't really halter break them properly for that, do they? But it's been kind of rescued, imported. They're importing some of these horses now, and the owner purchased it a few weeks ago. Now the horse, obviously, it's a heavy horse. It's probably £1,500 now. They can go to £2,000. That's a lot of weight. That's just under a ton. And this particular horse has no idea of space.
Because, like, say you walked him up that bank, he would just run you over.
It's not for, you know, there's virtually no fear of a person, and it's pretty much knocked the owner flying a few times. Now we're talking about a lot of weight here. It's like a wrecking ball hitting you if one of these horses walk through you, and can seriously hurt someone. So they've called me in. I've done a session now. I've had to try and plant a seed in one session here. I will be going back, but I only have a little bit of time when I'm there, really, a couple of hours. So ideally, I probably wouldn't do as much, but that's just life. I have to go. I have to plant a seed. I have to make a change. I have to make a difference. Something to help the owners and the horse fairly quickly. Not having the luxury of time, but yeah, I'll get somewhere with this one again, yeah, I will be going back, and it could be a lovely horse for these people. I mean, very, very sweet horse. So yeah, that's it. Not the ideal combination, really. The owner, she's lovely, she is, but she's quite green with horses. Fortunately, the daughter's quite good with horses. She has worked with horses, but not these heavy type. And it's not the best scenario. If somebody said to me, what's the worst scenario, I'd probably say, well, you know, an inexperienced person and a virtually unhaltered heavy horse with no respect to space. But it's what happens. It's life. So I'm not going to hold it against anyone for that. I've done it myself. It's what we do. It's horses. So, yeah, I enjoy this one. It involves getting respect to space, and it involves trying to plant a seed to be able to pick the feet up, because that it's just throwing these people about when they go to pick the feet up. Of course, you're talking about quite a heavy foot and leg, aren't you? So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. It might be a couple of sessions to watch it, yeah, I'll be popping in a few times while this is playing to explain a few things, to try and get people to learn, you know, some of the things that I've learned, really, and keep it as simple as I can. What difference will it be? And you know what? No difference. A little horse, their brain works exactly the same as a big horse. No difference. Same techniques, same methods. You just got to be careful they don't tread on your foot. Steel toe cap job. Yeah. Okay, we're nearly here now, Tan. Fields to plough, he says. I think he's on a youngster. Oh, good, right, yeah. Just tell me sort of the brief then.
Yeah, so he's very new to us. He has come to us about 4 weeks ago. He's come from a dealer up in Carmarthen, so he's 3. He's a Swedish Ardennes, come over from Sweden around December time. So, yeah, so he's still very much a baby.
Yeah, okay.
So we haven't done a lot. I mean, the stuff that we have done, he can be a bit bargy. And the stuff then, you know, like we have popped a bridle on him, and he's quite head tossy. He doesn't like his ears being touched.
Right.
I can't pick his feet up. He just throws.
So basically, it's a start from scratch.
Start from scratch. Yeah. And I didn't want to keep doing stuff wrong.
Yeah.
Because I knew you were coming, so I didn't want to keep doing stuff wrong.
Yeah. Then you put.
And go back 2 steps.
It's easy to put a bad habit in there, but whatever you've got, you've inherited.
Yeah.
So you know there hasn't been a lot of handling done, I would say, with him. He's been bred to sell, and
I would think.
The basic
I mean, he could very
breaking.
well, because he's come over from Sweden. He could have very well been bred for meat.
Wow. Yes.
So when I was reading about it, they are very well known for the meat trade over there.
Yeah.
So he could very well have, which is maybe why. I don't know.
Do you know what? We'll have a session this morning. A session like this can make a start on it, but it might not be.
Yeah, I mean
the best thing because he's so green.
He's very
I can
green.
see it in him, you know.
And I'm green.
Yeah. Well,
I'm quite, in all fairness, I'm quite a novice rider myself.
Right. Okay. What's the plan then?
Well, it is. He's going to be my horse. We lost a horse recently.
Right.
His name's Mac. I was watching your video because you've just got a new Mac, and I was crying because it was like, oh my God, he doesn't look anything like your Mac. But it was like, oh no.
Oh dear.
So
it's for you to ride in the future.
To ride and do a little bit of showing, a little bit of dressage, trek, that sort of thing.
Well, you'll be quite unique.
He will be.
Because there's not many.
He's unique. But the only.
I'll see you coming with you. I noticed you straight away. I love that colour, by the way. But you'll be the one to watch out for.
When we first had him, a pure and utter chestnut, and in for 3 weeks, he's gone.
Really?
Yeah, lost all of his chestnutness.
I was on about the owner's hair colour there. She went straight over her head, didn't it? But that was funny. I just thought I'd tell you. So, what are you noticing that you don't like at the moment? And what's the main? If there was one thing till I could have him at mind, if there was, 1 or 2 things today that you'd like me to try and because all what we've mentioned, the bridling and this and that, it's just too much. If you said to me, right, if you can help me with this, what would it be?
Yeah, so the groundwork really, so it's like the bar, so he doesn't barge me, that he knows where my space is.
Right, so you can get him off you.
Yeah, and because say you walked him up that bank, he would just run you over.
Wow, well that's dangerous.
Yeah, because he's quite big.
Right, on a truth scale of 1 to 10, being a 10, when did you last hand feed him? Back to the hand feeding debate. From my experiences, a horse like this, which does just wreck through a person as if you're not there, and it has happened to them. The last idea you want in that horse's head, in my opinion, and there is loads of opinions on it, and I'm not going to go argue for this. I'm just saying, for me, I found especially with that horse, if you allowed that horse to come into your space and take your feed off you, you're already failing it, really. The horse has no... I mean, it's not the way they work, it's not the way their brains work to be able to take feed from an alpha, someone who's supposed to be controlling them, and it just gives them the wrong idea. So if you're going to hand feed a big horse, green horse like that, then you're teaching them to run through you. That's my take on it, and that's what I've learned is the best thing to stop that. Maybe at a later date, when everything's done and they're riding him, maybe if you want to give him a carrot then, but then back him off a little bit if you do. But at this stage, fair play to the owner, they're not doing it, and I believe them. That's great.
About 2 weeks. The first week I did it, 100%.
You were giving him hand.
I was giving him hand feeds, but then I watched your video.
Did you really?
I have been, honestly, I've been swatting up. And since then, Emily, honestly,
it's one of the best things I ever learned.
I've started giving it to him in a bucket.
Yeah, or put it on the floor and
I did, honestly. I have, I've been good.
Okay.
I promise.
That's good.
Because he is quite mild. If he went there now...
Like, he does want to, play.
Yeah.
If he went a zip, he'd be, pulling it
Well, we don't want to get the curiosity completely out of them.
No.
But at this age now, it could really go one way, which you don't want.
Yeah.
Now, are you okay? I might have to firm up with him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You do what you
I
need
won't
to.
hurt him, I can't.
Yeah.
If I hit him as hard as I could, it'd be like hitting him with a sock.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
I can't hurt him, but I might have to firm up. The fact that, only in the early days really, but he is now pushing on the gate.
Yeah.
So really, he's pushing on me.
Yeah.
And us. So he's like, you know what I mean? It's already starting right here.
Yeah.
So we need to start thinking about getting him. When we go in there, we don't have to push him back. We want to suggest him for him to go back.
Yeah.
And let us go in there. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I might ask him here. Right, so all I've done is tapped
Yeah.
myself, not made it personal. I haven't got angry. I've moved, now he's coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask him again. I've just tapped and looked at his feet.
Yeah.
He's gone back a little bit for me. Right? So it's building straight away.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. Now, how far has he come back?
Yeah, not as.
So I'm going to move away from him now. Right? And because I'd be drawing him in, he'd be one. So I've just come away from him. So I'm going to go. Now look where he is now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah? So straight away, he's thinking, oh, he can move me a little bit. This guy's serious. He's got to think the same about you.
Yeah, okay.
But no anger, no. Just do whatever you've got to do. He's gone back.
Yeah.
Now, really, we would need him thinking he's got to go back every time I go in here.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to be having to push.
No, that's
Yeah?
yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So already, because that's where all this is going to build so he doesn't knock you flying.
Yeah.
It's all about space and moving him. Okay. There's no respect of space.
No,
you
it's
see.
not.
That's-
Oh, sorry.
And it
It's
is.
just-
It's good.
It's just so that they don't do it themselves.
So does that make sense so far?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So I'm going to go in here now. I'm going to look at his feet straight away and move him back. Okay. So you might want to come around
Yeah.
to see. Now, obviously, it'll be his left foot first, won't it? His left foot.
Okay.
Right. So I've moved that left foot.
Yeah.
So I looked at it, tutted back. I always tut for back, cluck for forward. Okay. Yeah. You don't want the same thing
No.
for. If you think about
Yeah,
it,
no,
why would
that-
we want the same? So I tut for back, cluck for forward. Some people whistle for back. Some people shh for back. It doesn't really matter what you do, but I find tutting
Yeah.
for back, cluck for forward, and it helps with the ride. And if you can get it good on the ground, can you notice it's got a little less pushy?
Absolutely.
Are you
So
noticing a
will,
little
yeah.
difference?
Well, not a lot of difference, isn't
Yeah.
it already?
Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of difference. Yeah. Should I say that to the camera?
Okay, so you can see how this straight away. And look, I was exactly like you years ago. You can do this. You
Yeah.
just gotta be a little bit more, but with a big smile on your face. Okay. So
I mean, the fact that I can catch him, that's a
Yeah.
good thing. Because we've got horse
okay,
that we
so
can't
what I'm
get.
gonna do first in the stable before I go out,
Yeah.
I'm gonna disengage him a few times in here. Do you know what that means? Watch my videos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him to cross over in his
Cross, yeah.
in the stable.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So there, there, there. He's got a nice deep bed here, isn't he? Right, so I've managed to do that. Bring him forward a foot, there. And the other way. I'm now going to ask him, the reason I'm doing it in here, because I need something ready for out there.
Outside, yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, have you been able to back him away from you or something?
I have done, but no,
You have?
no, not really. But you know,
Okay.
may something.
So, okay, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to bring him forward a foot. Right, there. Now, that foot's going to go first back.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at that foot, okay? And I've got it back a little bit. So all I did was look
Yeah.
at the foot and bump the rope. He's gone back a foot.
His little
that's-
face. His little face.
Makes you not want to do anything.
It's like, oh no.
So that's good. Now I'm going to try and get the other foot. So I'm going to tut. I'm going to just, and he's gone.
Good boy,
Right?
yeah.
So I'm just getting an idea in his mind that something might be, there might be some language going on here that I can control my feet. Okay? So now I'm going to bring the other one forward again. This is something you can practice in here.
Okay.
So you're just going to hold and wait for that foot to there. Now I'm going to send it back. There, and he's gone back.
Okay.
Right? Now every time I do it, there's a little break for him.
Him.
Yeah, there's a little break for him to say, yeah, that's all you have to do. Was that? That's lovely. Now I'm going to go for the hind quarter again. Yeah. And now I'm going to stop him and back him up 2 paces there. Alright.
Face.
So, does all that clear what I've just done?
Yes, absolutely.
Think about what I've done. All I've
Yes.
done, I've gone towards his hind quarters. Just got into it is quite hard for him in here because it's quite deep. It's a nice bed you got here for me.
Yeah.
So you can do the hind quarters. You can do the backing up with the
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to get you to practice these things before I go.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I'm just trying to explain to you. So is that all making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what I'm going to do before I go out there is show him that other than I can control his feet, we can relax together. So if you see me lower the horses' heads, have you done any of that with him?
A little bit, but
And
again.
how did that work for you?
Yeah, it's okay.
Right, so we're going to put a little bit of pressure. I'm going to just put a little bit of pressure on the top of his neck, and I'm just going to put a bit of pressure there. And as soon as he goes, as soon as he moves slightly, I'll let him know that that's the right thing, okay?
Yeah.
So, same again, but I give him a little break when he does. See how he moved
Yeah.
his head down?
I don't think I'm releasing it quick enough. I'm
Okay.
expecting more from him.
Right.
Good boy.
It's as if you've been practicing this to me.
I'm watching your videos. What can I say?
So, and the more he does that little, it's better for me and you, because I won't release for that until he drops that neck.
Yeah. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
And it's the same with pretty much everything we do. You just wait for the right response, okay? There. And, yeah, you get a real nice feel from these heavy horses, don't you? Now, what I'm going to do here, 3 or 4 times, is bring him out a little bit and back him off a little bit. So, because what can happen, some horses can come out their stables and think it's a whole new world. So I do it a little bit at a time.
Right.
Come out, back him up.
Okay.
So that by the time we get out here, he's still with me and going to be accepted. Okay. So, back in. Right, I feel like I'm getting quite a good respect for space now already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think I am? I mean, you have to tell me.
No, definitely, because he would have, especially going out, because all
Yeah.
his friends are already out.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I
would
would
have
have
wanted.
just gone.
Yeah, well, this is good. This is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
This just shows he's got a real good equine brain, which is good for you.
Yeah.
So he is, you know, he's quick to learn. So he's waiting on me now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now, because he's waiting on me, now he can come. Okay? Yeah, agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So here I'm firming up a little bit to make a difference so quickly. In the ideal world, I probably wouldn't be as firm so quickly, but I wouldn't have made enough difference for it to have helped them. So the first thing I'm going to do, really stop myself quickly and back him up.
All right,
See
okay.
that?
Yeah.
How I stopped quickly then?
Yeah.
He's backed off, so I will give him a break. Now, the reason I bumped his head, because I want him considering me and not looking over there.
Yeah.
Because where his mind is where his ears are.
Yeah.
So I want him on me. Yeah. Okay. So when I stop, I'm going to, you see how I do my foot back? Right? Right, now there, right, I just, because he came forward
Yeah.
a few paces, I want him to stop immediately at these early stages. So I'm leading him, right? Right. Right. I'm going to do this about 20 times now.
Okay.
Is that quite good?
Yeah.
What he was? Here you'll see me have to keep firming up in one particular spot, because if you notice what's coming now, I noticed the feet stuck and the horse was experimenting with me a little bit there. Just thought, well, no, I'll see where this heads. So I had to bump and just keep going until the feet freed off. And that was a big moment for that horse, I think. So that's what I was doing there. Just keep on doing, set it up and wait for them feet to move. You're always leading this side.
I've been trying to do both.
Now, this horse has kind of just pulled the lead rope out of the owner's hands and sort of goes its own way. It doesn't really have the concept of the end of something. And it's really important with a horse like him that he knows there's the end of the lead rope. And that's why I am now going to... He disrespects the rope, takes the slack out of the rope. And if I hadn't done something, it would have sort of dragged me a little bit. As soon as they know they can drag you and realise how pathetically weak we are in comparison, then they know it's a bit of a bluff and it can get worse. So here, a couple of times I do it, it reaches the end of the lead rope and I really use my weight to pull the horse, quick snap, to say, yes, this does mean something. So that's what this is.
Trying. Okay.
That felt nice to me.
Yeah.
That felt nice to me. So we give him a second now. His mind's at me more now. See?
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, things were going okay, but I needed to make a little bit more, be a little bit more effective in the moment. So that's why I brought the flag out. Usually I'd introduce a flag to a horse before I started doing what I'm doing now, but he's so not caring about stuff like that. So I didn't think he'd be that bothered, but it did help free his feet off a little bit and will give the owner a little bit more empowerment with the flag to help when the horse sticks or runs into them. It have a little bit more meaning. So that's why I brought the flag out, and it did make a little bit of difference actually. Yeah, I was quite impressed with that.
I'm squared, isn't he?
Did you make yourself a flag?
I've got a long stick, but I haven't got a flag on it.
Right. Sometimes you need something like this to really make him. As a riding horse, you want a responsive horse.
Yeah.
And he can be a little bit dull when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look at that foot now. So that's gone back
Yeah.
straight away. The suggestion of the flag. But it's these very first moments that mean a lot to him with the flag. So if you did it with the flag first, it might go a little bit straight. So it's these early bits now with the flag that's important. Ready for you to take over. So the beauty with the telescopic ones, you can get them used to them. Small, if it's too big, so you can strap him with it. Do you know what I mean? And that, so it's not just something
Solid.
to control their feet. So I'm going to ask first with this, and then, so now I'm starting to get a bit more control. So now I'm going to stop his left foot, stop, send it back. Send the right back, send the left. So this is working now.
Yeah.
And that last foot, I'll shake this first. Now he said, that'll do, you haven't got to, did you notice there he was sort of saying,
Yeah.
I can cope with that. So that's why I brought the plate out. Okay? And now I'm going to get his hind quarters. Yep. Right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now he stopped immediately then.
Yeah.
Respected me, so we'll give him a second now.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, so it's not, you know,
Yeah,
active.
it's stop immediately, I do. Did then, didn't it?
Yeah.
And if it was mine, I'd do this for ages. Just play with this. But even though I firmed up with him, I haven't hurt him once.
No.
You know, all I'm doing is being firm with his feet. Right, do you see how he's moving out the way of me?
Yeah.
You notice that now?
Yeah, definitely.
My space is becoming really important to him now.
Yeah. And he slowed down as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Lovely. Right, so we're going to give him a break now, 2
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
At the start, because he's not going to be, you know, I can tell he was a bit pushy on you and
Yeah.
potentially could blow through you, right? You can't start off leading them here,
No.
because what that was happening is he's moving us without us knowing that he knows he's moving us. So you're here and he's pushing on us. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you will never get that initial disrespect of our space out of him, leading him right there. You're not going to do it because he will be pushing into you
Yeah.
without us knowing, but he'll know it. So at first, you've got to be careful you don't, you know, lead him here. I wouldn't to start with.
No. Okay.
But eventually, when the groundwork's good, then you can start,
Yeah.
you know, and then, you know, when he pushes on you, then you'll have some tools to move him away. But I guarantee, if you start leading him like that everywhere,
Yeah.
then he's not, the respect for space is not there, is it? Now, it's also important, right, to start getting a connection to his feet with the equipment. Okay.
Okay.
So, when I put any pressure back on this, I'm going to release it when a foot goes. Have you done that with him?
No.
Right. So again, if you watch what I'm going to do from the side there.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to tut a little bit. It's obviously going to be that foot that goes, the left.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a bit of pressure, and then I'm going to release.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do it for the other one. Release. Do it for the other one. I'm just going to keep pressure there till he moves.
Yeah.
Release. 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 So you see I'm tutting
Yeah.
and I'm releasing for each foot.
Yeah.
That foot. Lovely. That foot. Lovely. Give him a break a minute. No, I just looked at that foot and it went. You're looking all bewildered with it all.
It's just like, you know, it's just because he was so pushy. Like the way I was trying to make him move back, he wouldn't move hardly at all, would he?
Yeah, well, this is why I'm concentrating on the back end.
Yeah.
I'm
is
not,
it?
you know,
Yeah.
I can't leave this until this is good. because it'll give you some ammunition.
Yeah.
Now that was, I'd stand here, you see, for talking to people for an hour, and every time he took a foot forward, that's unrequested forward motion.
Yeah.
There, that was unrequested forward
Okay.
motion. So I'm aware, the more, the thousands of times you can do that,
Okay.
right, look, unrequested forward motion.
Yeah.
It's making sense?
Yeah.
He's got to know, you say when you go forward. And remember, you're going to be riding him.
Yeah.
You don't want, the biggest problem in the whole of horses is unrequested forward motion
Yeah.
when
Okay.
you ride them. So if you can get that good, look, that's great, because every time he does this, it gives me a chance to send him back.
Yeah.
All right? I'm going to do about another 15 minutes of this, then I've got to get you doing it, okay?
Okay.
All right? And it isn't as easy as I'm making it look.
No, I
look.
know.
So there, look.
I know.
Every time he comes forward. Now, I'm going to let him come forward now, because I'm going to ask him. Right?
Okay.
So now he can come onto the flat. Now I'm going to send. See how that is so much easier with the flag?
Yeah.
He might not have a tendency now to go forward so much because he was on
On
a
the-
little rise
yeah.
there. So the fact that I managed to sort of, right, now that's quite respectful,
Yeah.
right? You know, I don't want to knock the curiosity out of him, so that's respectful. But if he moved forward with his feet, then that's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Is that make sense?
Yeah.
Right there. So now I'm going to have my flag ready now, so that if he decides to walk forward unnecessarily, then I'll back him up with the flag. But all I'll do is tap it on the floor. You've got to be careful throwing your flag under here to him, because
Okay.
they can. You see horses when they do this, they looking down. There's a blind spot under there,
Oh yeah.
so they can see it out here.
Yes.
Right? So now we'll see whether he comes forward. If he does, then I'll use the flag and back him up. So you know you might think, oh, this is not really doing much, but it is.
No.
This is where, you know, oh, he really wants to come into my space here. He really wants to, but and if he takes that foot forward, then so when you're down here talking to people, you could do this.
Yeah.
You could just play, look, and again, and again. Right. The only reason I did that then because I gave him a good deal.
And then he didn't take it.
So you always offer a good deal, and then do something. He's got to know you control him off you, because honestly, if he did spook and knocked into you, he could really hurt you.
Oh
This
yeah.
is the
well, yeah.
with a heavy horse like this.
Big, yeah.
I've seen it. You know, you really get hurt. You don't want that.
No.
So you've got to be.
Firm.
Yeah, but with a smile on your
Yeah.
face, you know. So right. So that's that. Now I'm going to take him a little walk around the field now. Well, that's usually a disaster.
Isn't it?
It is for me every time I take a trailer. You got to come back with one on you. Did you see that drifter?
Yeah.
I didn't go for him. I just ended up.
He was a real sweetie, wasn't
Oh,
he?
he's doing really well where he is. The lady there's doing really well with him. Right, so what I'm going to do now, it's been all back up from me, hasn't it? Everything's been back. Now I'm going to try and influence a foot forward.
Okay.
So I'm starting to build in a stop. Now what I'm going to do is see if I can influence a foot forward. So I'm going to ask first a good deal, right? Now I went with a not so good deal, but I got my forward step. Now he's getting softer with everything.
Yeah.
I feel that was the softness about him, about his hindquarters.
Yeah.
The rib cage softened. So I'm going to ask with a good deal. Look. And he kind of went for me without the flag. This is the start. Obviously you haven't lunged him, have you?
No.
But this is the start. The very start. Stop. Take the good deal. Bad deal. Or the not so good deal. Now in a minute, he's going to take a good deal, and I'm just going to ask him to go around me, and he will. Does it make it sense?
Yeah.
He gets the idea, right? Now that's not good, because that's where I've got to show him that this has a meaning.
Yeah.
Because literally it'll show if he doesn't think if he knows this is a bluff, he'll cart you around the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's got to know. Stop. Stop. Yes. Right. Stop. Mate, you're doing really well. Doing better than you think.
Yeah, okay.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because you're doing quite a lot, I mean, it's only a baby, is there a certain amount then where you think, oh, well, that's enough now because he's only young?
That's the fact. Right. You know, a horse is born with a fully, when it drops, it's a fully functioning, fully learning brain.
Right, okay.
Now, what was that?
Yeah.
Did anyone see that?
Yeah,
So there, it was unrequested forward motion.
yeah.
You know, if I allowed that to continue, within minutes,
Yeah, you'd be down.
well, within minutes he would start, it's in them to try that all the time.
Okay.
To test, he's going to test you. You know, he's going to test you,
Yeah.
but you've got to say, no, that's not acceptable,
Okay.
that forward motion, because he's going to get a lot bigger than this. You've got to get this.
Yeah.
You've done the right thing getting hold of me,
Yeah.
or somebody to help you with this, seriously.
Yeah.
No, I almost want him to come forward,
Yeah.
because the more he comes forward, the more I can send him back and reinforce what he's checking out. But going back to the brain, right? Right. Now, by being cold-blooded, flag means he doesn't get too worried about this flag. A lot of horses, you'd show him this, you'd have to prepare a horse for this.
Yeah.
It just shows you cold-blooded horses, they're not reactors like a lot of horses. They don't spook the same way.
Yeah, okay.
But they can be quite dullish in their movements and walk through you, like you said.
Yeah.
Now, going back to the brain,
Yeah.
they're born functional.
Okay.
We are born with mush
Yeah.
as a brain. We take, I don't know how long, I probably took longer than most. It got the years,
still,
innit?
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Till
Yeah.
some, right, what was that?
Yeah.
Right, now, right. I spend all day with that.
Yeah, okay.
Myself, that's
Yeah.
to really get, you know, but if he says no, I think I'll keep coming. You've got to do something
Yeah.
about it. You know, I know, tiny little horsewomen, horse trainers, they manage to get the horse off. They'll do whatever they got to do. They'll do what, you've got to get the horse off you when they start coming into your space like that. Now, going back to the brains. So they're born with a perfect brain,
Okay.
a learning brain, a functioning brain. All their limbs are going straight away, aren't they?
Yeah.
Within minutes of.
Off birth, yeah.
So a lot of people will say, oh, they're immature and that. I never find that.
Oh, okay.
I don't. You know, you don't want to overdo something, do you, with any horse? But now I'm going to give him that
Okay.
because he squared up. Now I'm not going to give him that. He said, well, I'm going to try again. Right, now, what I've noticed is he's not great with hills. So I wonder, when he's on a hill he wasn't sure about the bank, I would say he's been on just flat ground.
Oh, okay.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
You know, and I will get him on the flat ground again now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He seems to have to creep when he's not on
Yeah,
flat.
sorry.
So, now here, right, now we'll send that back, right, now we'll see if he doesn't creep so much here. So yeah, I don't think, some people say, oh, he's immature,
okay.
blah, blah, blah. We best stop now. I don't stop until something's good.
Oh, okay.
With a youngster, that's me.
Yeah. No, it
But
makes
we all
sense.
look at things differently, don't we?
Yeah.
Does that make any sense what
No,
I've
no,
just
yeah,
said?
no, it does
It's a
make
fully
sense.
functional working brain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You don't, you know. But I would never say overdo a horse. I mean, short, good sessions
Yeah.
of quality are better than long hours of rubbish.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Right. I feel like I'm
getting somewhere.
Yeah.
So what we'll do now, we'll put him in the stable for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll have a little chat, then I'm going to bring him back out, and then I'm going to go over it very quickly again. Then I need you to do it, all right?
Okay, yeah.
Just
That makes
before,
sense.
now you said about the feet.
Yes.
Have you done anything? Now that, you see again, unrequested forward motion again.
Yeah.
So I'm on it.
No, I haven't really. I've just started like stroking his legs
So
down.
you haven't picked one up,
No, but when I have, he just throws it down and just uses his weight and pushes me.
does he? Right. Now what I'm going to do, because he keeps on coming forward, I'm going to back him up two. No, I always try one first. Then if they keep insisting, then I go 2 steps back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's just this little thing that I'm doing now where I'm turning back. So much benefit from it.
Yeah.
Every time I'm doing that. That 1 foot there. Right. Now he's starting to really listen.
Now the way things were going, and I was getting somewhere. It wasn't easy for me, but I was starting to get somewhere. And then suddenly I thought, oh dear, it's the feet as well, isn't it? And I thought, well, if the farrier's going to be due in a few weeks' time, so I quit there. And then I said, look, I can't do everything in this session. So we've got a little bit of something going there, and I practiced a little bit with the owner's daughter as well. I thought, well, we'll get onto the feet. I hadn't brought my proper quick release rope with me. But if we go back, I will take that. But we got somewhere with the feet anyway, so this will be interesting for you. He was quite bolshy with his legs, feet. Didn't think he should pull them up for anyone or leave them up. So this will be interesting. So I didn't expect to be doing the feet, but we got onto that now.
Right. So like I say, we'll put my. Shall I just try 1 foot for you here?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. You want me to try that?
Yeah,
Right.
please.
Now I'm gonna. No, don't say.
Oh, then. Can I help myself?
Hey, it's hard, isn't it? To not talk to him. But it's better not to. Right. So for 2 seconds then, I held his foot.
Okay.
That was enough.
Yeah.
Now we can have a break for a second. So I'm holding it, now I'm holding that. I'm going to try here too. Yeah, I can get 2 seconds. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
So while he's fighting,
You've got to hold. Yeah.
I've got to try and hold. If I let it go, then I've got the oh, it's come off now, but I've got the rope then as well. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was finding like when he was fighting, there was no way I.
Yeah,
could
no, you
hold
won't.
it.
That's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
it has to be his idea.
To hold
So
it.
I have to make his idea. This is not the proper rope. I didn't bring my foot rope
Yeah. No, that's fine.
for that. But with a horse like this, if you get it wrong, which you was a little bit,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
your fault, then it's hard to break the habit, and they'll
Yeah.
take his feet all the time. So it's important for the session to go where we can hold them. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll see again if you'll give me it. Right, so yeah,
Oh, good boy.
2 seconds.
Sorry.
He was a good boy then.
He was a good boy.
I saw
It's all
people,
good.
I see people all the time. The horse is not really doing what we want it to do, and they're going, good boy, good boy, good boy.
Yeah, that's mum.
Have you seen that?
That's mum.
That's you.
What I am, I'm a dog trainer. I'm a dog trainer. I'll
You
go.
are.
I'm a dog trainer. And if someone else is doing that with a dog, I'll be like, that, he's not a good boy. That's what I do.
Mad, isn't it? Now I felt like there, just in that short time,
Yeah, he made a.
yeah, he made a little choice. You know, I haven't got my proper foot rope, but I'll try again. He's put his weight on the other one, yes. Now I've got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, lovely.
Right. Now I wouldn't have been able to do that without that bit of rope.
Yeah.
It's not my
that's
proper
it.
foot one. It doesn't release properly. But can you see how I kind of made it his choice to stop that and just let me out, you know,
Yeah.
because he would not get rid of that pressure unless he did.
Yeah.
So though already.
Yeah.
No, we'll put him away for a minute now and we'll have a chat, right?
Yeah.
So, this is a good little rope you've got here. Alright, so I'm going to ask first. I'm going to ask first here.
Yeah.
So ask. Now, I'm going to see if I can hold it a little bit. That's good.
Yeah.
Very good. So that little spot there, where he just experimented with letting me 3 or 4 seconds, that's good. That's excellent.
Okay.
Do you not think?
You know, they're really good. Yeah. That, yeah.
I actually do. I think that's good.
Yeah.
He felt really good then.
Yeah.
I think the fact that you'd lost his feet a few times.
Yeah. And then I didn't want to keep doing it because I knew I was
you're
doing
right.
it wrong.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people go wrong. I used to go wrong like that. Just keep on. No, I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to go another ones here now, and then maybe you try maybe
Yes.
one go, or would you rather me carry on with this and leave him on a good note with this?
No, I can have a go.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Right. I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm going to run my hand down, give him a choice, and then I'm going to get that immediately.
Yeah.
Right? Right? So I've got it. Now I'm going to try and hold. Yeah. Now I'm going to wait for this to go. I missed my spot. Just missed it.
Yeah.
There's the spot.
Okay.
You see the
You
spot? If he takes it from you, then we use the rope
Okay.
because it becomes not beneficial to him to start all of that.
Yeah.
But if we try to hang on to it too much and he realises he took it from us,
Then, yeah.
then we can use the rope, right? Do you want to try that then for me? Okay. So you're going to run it down, but remember to get the end of the hoof pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Get the end of the hoof as soon as you get it. Get the end of the hoof. Just count. Yep. 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 Good spot.
Oh wow.
We're not supposed to, are we?
Oh, you're not allowed to touch.
Huh?
Well, I suppose it is. Well, everybody is the new normal, isn't it? So it's like.
New normal. Will it ever come back?
We'll never
Well
never
done.
stand within 2 meters of anybody ever again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So we start over. So
Sorry.
I'm gonna offer a good deal first.
Yeah.
All right. See whether I can hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell him how good he is. You're good. Yeah. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. He was just literally throwing me off.
Right, now, if he does, and I'm just telling him there, now if he takes it from me, it could work in your favour. He's not leaning. Now, if he takes it off me, there, now, he's going to feel this now. Now, give him a chance.
Yeah.
Yes. That rope has saved my bacon a million times. The horsemen I trained with in America, they use the horses for it.
Okay.
They'll rope a foot, and then they'll just wait until the horse stops thrashing out, because they've got the horse. They're masters after that.
Yeah.
We can't do it here. We end up hurting the horse, you know. So okay, same thing. Give him a chance. Get the toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good pony.
Hey! Hey! But these little breaks in between is what the learning's there now, because there's no pressure on me. I haven't got, because he accepted. So run my hand down, fetlock, get that. Now if he takes it from me, nice and loose. It's the
lovely.
spot. It's the
Yeah.
spot that you give it 2 minutes. Then you can do it from there. Okay. So do you understand what I'm doing with that then?
Yeah.
You just hold it up until he accepts it.
Would you do the same with the back, yeah?
We're going to do the
Yeah.
same with the back in a minute.
He's got his lead.
I'm not just a front shoe man, you know. We've got our them back ones on. Right then. Okay. And run your hand down, but remember to get the end of the hoof.
Yeah.
Straight away, hoof. Now just relax. Relax. Yes. You got, try to, right, let me just get that right. Right. The attitude of putting it down was not good, was it? Did you feel it?
Yeah.
So you've got to have it and then let
Yeah.
go. If you try to put it down, he's taking it from you.
Yeah,
He
okay.
thinks he is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He went like that for you. So always give a little break, then go back in and. Okay, ready? Two. Two. Right. Now wait till it feels good. Have the end of the hoop. Now put it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yes. That was good. You held on to it. Any more than that,
Yeah.
you don't hold on. Right. Any more than that, you hold.
Yeah.
Oh, to
This
get
up.
the rope.
Yeah, because he was pushed. Two things happened then. He not only took the foot from you, he had unrequested
Forward movement, yeah.
and knocked through you. So you've got. We missed that.
Yeah.
That was unrequested smashing into you, really.
Yeah.
So don't accept that.
Okay.
Right. Right. Now I'm gonna do it one more time here. Ah. Now do you see what he just did?
Yeah.
Right then. Right now that was his choice, and I wanted this to happen. He's saying, I'm just going to wait till he accepts. There. See a little spot?
Yeah.
Okay. Now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, this is your friend.
Yeah.
If he says no, say, your choice. And then just wait till just keep the pressure there until he sort of goes quiet, then let it go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? We'll give him a break now. In fact, do you want to do one more on this foot?
Yeah.
Okay. Get the hoop, get the hoop. Now, just rock it a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can let go of the fetlock, by the way. Do you know you had the fetlock?
Yeah.
You don't need the fetlock.
Yeah.
They don't like you holding on. Why do you think they lift at the fetlock? When you pull the hair, they lift to try and...
Yeah.
What? But you were holding that.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
You just got to hold the...
Yeah.
So one more time
Yeah.
without the fetlock. You use the fetlock to lift it. Get right in there. And then get the hoof. Now loose the fetlock. Hold, hold. Hold it. Yes, yes. You see the spot?
Yeah.
You're recognising the spot. So that's good. Now, send him back. Look at the feet. Yes, good. Good. That's good. So we're gonna leave it at that with the
Yeah.
front. That's very good. I'm going to take that out of there. Nice. I've got a feeling you might be all right with farrier, with a bit of luck.
Yeah.
I've got a little feeling.
Yeah.
If you can practice just a
Yeah,
little bit.
just practice.
Okay, so. Let's see the back.
Yeah,
Easy.
no, and I touch them. I make sure I touch
Yeah.
them.
Okay, so I'm gonna fetlock. He just took his weight off, so that for me is good. Just to take his weight off there. So I'm gonna wait now. Now I'm gonna put the rope on. He took it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I'm getting him to do is to unweight it. And then the rope. And then he's unweighted it. Tell him how good he is. Now, that was without the rope.
Yeah.
Tell him how good he is, that there's no threat to him. And then just trying to try and get just a little. There. 2 seconds. No different to the. No different to the front. So try the fetlock. Nothing. Rope. Rope was on. Rope's on. The longer this is on, the better for him to unweight it. There. Rope's on. He's unweighted it. Fetlock. Oh.
Good boy. So I'm talking to you.
Who said that?
He's talking to you.
Oh, that's all right. Okay. Fetlock on its own. Excellent. Yeah. I don't want you to do backs.
Okay. So you're not waiting for him to be balanced, you're just doing it and letting him work it out for himself?
What do you mean?
Because he's on the front. He's,
Too
you
much
know,
for him to think about.
Yeah, okay.
The
So
first time I'm
just
doing
let him-
this,
Yeah.
you know, first time. Right, I'm going to bring him here now. I think you're better off just getting these fronts good,
Yeah.
and then me coming and doing another session. He's getting lighter with that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right, can you stand here and not let him? He feels more comfortable here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you can sort of, if he starts coming around, tell him not to, because that's his place to come. He feels better there, but it doesn't help me. Which side did I do?
Yeah, this side is the side. No.
So you need the near side.
Yeah.
This side I need.
Yeah.
We all had to think then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ah.
You say, oh, I
You
know
see-
what the rope means.
It's not like starting over as such, because they, although it's a different side and everything, they do get the idea, even though it's a different foot. So, okay, I'm going to ask first. Okay, so he's saying no. So, yeah. Without that rope, you would not have done that.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they realise there's more muscle there than a couple of ropes there,
Yeah.
as soon as they realise, they're trying to hold on to it and then gets away, but you can't get away from that.
No.
So I'm getting the toe here, right? Oh wow.
Good boy. Sorry. Yeah.
and say good boy. I do all the time. But at the early stages, it's so much better that we don't. It's weird, isn't it? But I used to be told off all the time in America in the ranches. I'd be saying stuff. God damn, will you shut your gob, you Brit? Wow.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to change my mind. This is getting so good. Don't ruin my work. Right?
No pressure.
Give him a minute.
Okay.
What I would do when you do the feet, can I suggest something?
Yeah.
You know the really nice licks?
Oh yeah.
I would, everything with grace and quality. Right? Grace and quality. So, you know, I would, not at the very, very beginning what I'm doing, but I would start putting a lick there so that when you're doing his feet,
It's got a distraction.
they love, I mean, you know the ones, don't they? They're like,
Yeah. He's a very foodie horse.
right, this is where you might want a flag.
Yeah.
See, those flags are so good,
Yeah.
and we do sell them.
Oh, gosh.
They are
do
so
you?
good, but you can have them in, you know what I'm saying? You don't, you won't see them.
Pocket, yeah.
And say no. But you try and carry one that you've made everywhere. I tried,
Yeah.
and she even sold one to me. You see what I'm saying? There'll be times when you'll be doing this, you'll say, bloody hell, Mum, why didn't you get one? But anyway, no, seriously, no.
Should be asking me why didn't I get a broken one?
Yeah, one already made.
Yeah, pre-made.
Look at me. Okay. It's not going to be as easy, and if it's not happening, it's not happening. All right, I'll have to go back to it.
Yeah.
I think you can get these done.
Yeah.
I think you should get a lick,
Yeah.
so that when he has his feet done, there's something for him to look forward to.
Yeah.
If he starts playing you up, the lick goes behind there.
Yeah.
You have it hanging, chuck it over that little wall. That's what I would do. Have it hanging here. It'll go over there till he has done it nice for you. Then bring it back.
Yeah.
You should use our loaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll do the rope work if it doesn't happen.
Okay.
All right. So in you go. And watch it straight away. And just relax. Just relax. Find the spot. Okay. Okay. Well done.
Oh, wow, that was-
Well
Oh,
done.
compared to what he was
Well
literally
done.
throwing me around the stable.
Do you see what I mean about the spot?
Yeah.
Did you know that anyway, or is that something you?
No, just today I had to.
Yeah. Now, if he fights you,
Yeah.
you must smile about it. Say, "I've got my,"
Yeah.
and just wait till he accepts it,
Yeah. And then.
and then go back down.
Yeah.
I think that's enough for feet.
Yeah,
If he
it's
could
good,
end
yeah.
on that little, so he won't have to come to mine for feet.
Okay.
You know, even if I've got to come back and do another session with
Yeah,
you
no, that's
before
really
the farrier.
good. It's like I said, he was throwing me around, you know, he was just throwing me off. Yeah?
The scraps.
I know. It's like he's a star.
That's good. I think that's a good start on the feet. And then you can do a little bit.
Yeah.
But when he's in a good frame of mind, like you said,
Yeah.
he's not great in the mornings. Do it when you think he's
Yeah.
good. Let him know about a lick before you start.
Yeah.
So maybe a day before, let him be here and have his lick.
Yeah.
Don't touch the feet.
Yeah.
Let him know about that's a nice lick, and then the following day then.
Yeah.
Go.
But that lick goes. That lick goes if he starts.
Yeah.
So he can't have the reward of the lick when he's not letting you. do the thing. So eventually you put the lick there. He'll let you do all his feet because he can keep having his lick.
Yeah.
So are you happy with that
Yeah.
start? You can continue with that.
Yeah.
Let me know how you get on with them.
Yeah.
If you might not need me back for that. If I do, I'll come and do a full session, me and you, on the feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. That's good.
Yeah. Good.
You need it.
Do I need it?
I'm only kidding. I'll let you have it back. That's a good one. That's good idea.
So then it's the biggie then. I'd done what I could in the time. So I'd got another horse to go to, but I then had to try and transfer the lead rope, give the lead rope to the owner's daughter, which I thought was the best scenario than the mother, who's quite novice. So I did that, and it went really well. I think she did really well.
With this, go up and down, right? So you're going to do that first, because that's where you want it to end up. In a few months, you want to do that, and then, right, and then down, right? Go on, and then up and down. Yes. That meant something, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right, and then a little quick, right? Just bring that foot here, because we're going to be going in the wall. So up a little bit. Right, and again, one foot when you're ready. Right. Back a foot up. Stop. Yes. And the other foot. Good. Yes. Yes. Stop there. Just stroke his forehead. I want you to bring him back to here.
Yeah.
No. So you can cluck and lead him to here.
Oh.
Right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now stop him.
Stand.
Right. That's now back him up, because you see how he was elevating to me then. Right. Now back him up. 2 paces. 1, 2. Yes, you done it. And again, 1 foot. Send him back a foot. Do you feel a bit empowered with the old flag thing? Now without the flag now, look,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you're doing this, tut in,
Yeah.
right, and then you're going to let him know,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, my baby.
Right. Good. When he looks over there, you just bring his head back to your attention. Another foot. Yes. Now this is already getting easier for her, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Last foot. Take your time. Now graceful and quality. Yeah. Right. Now, what I want you to do now is come over here. Bring his front over here. Go on. Up. Right. Yeah. Now stop him.
Stand.
Yeah. When you stop him, if need be, that can go on the floor.
Okay.
When you stop. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Send him back 2 paces. 1. Yes. Now you didn't. You said then, oh, you don't need that flag.
Yeah.
Agreed? Right. And then it's important you have the little brace like you have there. Right. That's it. Get his attention. Now 2 paces back again. 1, 2. Yes. So you only need your flag then if you need it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now at the moment you don't. So that can be gone. You can zip that. You can put that somewhere out the way. Alright?
Yeah.
So how does that feel? Would you be able to practice that?
Yeah.
You've just done it enough to actually, you felt the good bits, didn't
Yeah.
you? Okay. Now the biggie.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to walk and get him to stop. That's for me.
Yeah.
Go on, off you go. And then put a foot back, stamp it back. Yes, give him a
Oh,
rub.
good boy.
How did that look?
Good.
Right, one more time, then you'll turn round then. Right. You've got to know that he respects you like he does me. Now stop. Yes. I'd give that a yes, would you?
Yeah.
But if he goes a few paces,
Yeah.
get in front of him, do what it takes
Yeah.
to let him know, no,
Yeah.
you will not walk through me. And again.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I think that was good.
Yeah.
Do you think that was
Yeah.
did you,
I was thinking
Yeah.
about my foot as well, and he was like, "Oh, just stop."
I think that was
That was
good.
good.
Well done.
I really do. Because sometimes when I lay down back, we're there an hour doing this.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could say to
Yeah.
him, no,
Yeah.
I'm going to be kind to you, but you will not
Yeah.
be knocking my mother down again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do you know what? I think we've done enough.
Yeah.
if I leave you with that, and you'll be able to, if you can do that for a few days before you do,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that I'm
No,
trying
no,
to make
no,
this
that's
work,
fine.
so that, and then you can give your mum a little go here and there. When you perfect it, you haven't yet.
Yeah.
You're getting it good, and that's curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't gone into a space, has he?
No.
Look what he's trying to do now. He's leaning. Look,
Can I have the
before
flag,
he would have, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd have been on you there.
Yeah.
He's not moving them feet. If he does, it's into your advantage because
He's got it.
he's telling you something. Right now then, let's
Boy.
put him. Would you want to lead him? Do you want to put him out now? Or?
No, you can go back
You
in
can
there
go back
now.
in,
Yeah.
okay.
That's, we'll let
Are
the
you
others-
happy with that today?
Yeah, no, that's,
I think that's a good session, really. Yeah. Okay, if you put him in there then.
There you go. I don't know what you thought of how her daughter did. I thought she did really, really well. I really do. And I think she noticed the little moments when it was right. So I came away feeling okay about the whole thing. It's not going to be easy. That's not an easy road for them with this horse. And fair play, they're going to have to do quite a lot of work. They're going to have to keep consistent with their cues, consistent about their space. And obviously the horse has got to be broken to ride then. So that's another scenario. But yeah, it's all a horse thing, isn't it? That's what we do. And hopefully, scenario is they've got a lovely big heavy horse there that they could probably ride, show. They'll be quite unique, won't they? You know, there weren't not many in the showing around here that kind of horse. So people will be interested. Be lovely to see actually. And then there's always you could pull a cart. You know, there's a lot. That horse could have a good job to do for them eventually, and they have got those mindsets where they will work. They love to work, don't they? So yeah, that's another one. It is a long one. Hope you learned some little snippets from it, and I'll catch you again later. Cheers. Thank you.